So I had a headboard here, and I used that to make a box. Alright, so the cut's done. You can see the headboard here. Just to give you a close-up of what it looks like. Alright, so I've got the pieces cut out. I'm going to assemble them now. One issue I was finding with it was that if you can see the end piece is slightly higher on one end from there, and that end slightly shorter. I think that's when the router bit was going through it. The wood was somewhat tougher towards the bottom, so the router bit was going more at an angle as opposed to perfectly straight. So yeah, might need to sand that down and then to make it fit better. Okay, so we finished sanding. This took a really long time to sand down. Uh, it's a little bit wet from when I cleaned it with a wet cloth. I'm gonna paint it now. One other thing I didn't notice was on the lid, from the bed frame, there were these two dowel holes. So there and there. So I filled them with glue, just sanded it a bit so that the sand dust might fill it up a little bit, and then I'll paint that as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna paint the patches here white and the rest of it black, just to contrast. And I thought the slot parts were an interesting part of the thing. So thought on each face, every time a slot comes out, paint that white, otherwise paint it black. Alright, so the white paint's kind of dried, and because my brush is a bit too big, it smudged everywhere. So I'm going to try and half the paintbrush whilst holding it, so I only have half the bristles covered in paint, and then give that a go. Cool. Alright, so the box is all painted. It's got this kind of patchwork, white and black. The corners are a bit smushed. They're not the greatest or the cleanest corners. Paintbrush was rubbish, so yeah. So the outside's got this patchwork layer. The front's got a white paint, and the inside's just, it's wood from the laminate, from the cutout. And the lid has got a wood laminate with the engraving being black and the sides being white, and the bottom part being a normal wood laminate similar to the top bit. So yeah, once this dries, put it together, see how it looks. Alright, so here's the box finished. You got the lid, which has a white rim and a black engraving with the laminate of the headboard on the top of the back. You got the laminate on the inside as well, white at the top and black and white on the sides. Too. It wasn't great with the paint job. You can see the edges if I zoom in. the black sort of bled into the white. I was using a screwdriver and a big paintbrush, so this is the best I could do with what I had. So yeah, that's the box.